Isn't that easy sometimes, chat? Welcome to some Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're going to be chilling in this today. The new patch is out in beta. We're going to check it out. We're going to start a new city. And I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll get as far as we can. Until we run out of money and everyone leaves and abandons our awesome republic here. But hope everyone's having a good Monday. My internet just went out before the stream started, so hopefully it stays working. Alright. Money, I'm gonna start on easy because I'm not very great at going at a more realistic kind of playthrough. I'm gonna try starting at 1960 just to kind of see what it does. I want to see what American vehicle options there are now, because I believe they added some vehicle options for America with this patch. They also added, I think, deconstruction, industries, and more waste management stuff. So, lots of things to potentially check out. We're going to come in, immediately pause, and go from there. So, how's it going, Silent? In fact, Silent, I'm going to join Discord because honestly you might need to answer some questions. Let's be honest. I might just chill on Discord. How's it going?
I just got home.
Yep, I'm gonna check out the save. What was that? Sorry?
I got my new map loaded up.
There you go.
So it's all the new stuff.
I might actually, let me see what type of vehicles I can order. My new vehicle. Okay, there's a lot more American options because I might try to do an American save.
Good luck.
Why?
American starts are not very easy to do. I do like the fact that everything is now easier to filter.
I don't think I can do an American start still. They don't have all the construction vehicles.
You may have to do 1970s for an American start.
Man.
They have a covered hull. But there's no open hull.
Yeah, and there's no digging.
There is there is an oil tank. Yeah, you might have to do a 1980 start. I'm actually quite happy about one thing though.
Mm-hmm.
So with the new realistic mode, if you had any mods installed, like say custom houses that uses prefab panels, you can't actually build them without the research.
Oh, that's cool.
The developer actually made it so that you can't cheese your way to early like
prosperity.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. All right. Well, I'll just start on the Russian side. It's fine. Using one of the custom maps. I think it's also cool that you can't see ore location until you unlock.
I just wrote a random map. I actually did the same thing as you for the money start. I went with hard on everything, but I went with easy money just to kind of get a feel for.
Well, otherwise it's just too slow of a start. Like you're just sitting there watching it, and you're just like, okay. So.
Well, I know that with the new realistic, to avoid taking loans.
How do I want to do this?
You basically have to only buy like one of each vehicle and rotate it between buildings to minimize costs.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to do. I kind of want to start with like a water plant and just ship water.
You have to do boat research before you can do that.
I can't ship it through just water tank trucks?
Oh, you mean for water?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's water loading and unloading stations you can build.
Yeah,
and you can just do it all. So if you do a water truck with
water?
It's dirt cheap.
I know it's dirt cheap, but like, you know.
Are you looking to export water?
Yep.
For profit?
Yep. Just want to see. Let's see. It sells for $8.74. I'm basically gonna compare it to wood because like it's actually it's better profit than wood to just do water. Now, of course, that'll change as I start exporting it, but I think I'm gonna have to start with water because I need the water treatment plant, anyways. And if I have an abundance of water, I might as well sell it. And then,
yeah, you're always gonna have extra
I need
water.
wood, anyways, to start turning into construction materials and export. And gravel.
I know now with the way things are, doing your own clothing early on is pretty much going to be probably the most profitable.
Oh, I don't want the absolute meta, but good to know. It looks like clothing does sell for a lot.
Explosives too is actually looking to be potential profit early game.
Explosives. What do you need to even make explosives? That's new.
It is new.
Is that advanced industry?
Let's see if I can find it.
Storages, fossil fuel, miscellaneous, construction, gravel, clothes, wood, synthetic fertilizer.
Under the construction explosive factory, you need chemicals, gravel, and wood to make it. So you would just import the chemicals, and there's lots of gravel and wood that you can make yourself.
10 tons. Okay, 0.75 tons, 2.3 tons for a 1 ton. What's the import on chemicals?
Well, I know for me, chemicals is $932 per ton.
843. It's just slightly under 1 ton.
Yeah, and
use.
Explosives are selling for $11.70. Clothing sells for just slightly more.
Yeah, I feel like clothing is just going to be better because you don't have to import anything for clothing.
No, you have to import fabric, but fabric's a 2 to 1. Well, you can once you have a fabric factory, but you need a huge workforce for it. I'm just trying to also look at like the number of workers. So an explosive factory is one building that you need, and that's only 75 workers. To do the clothing line, you need to have 3 buildings. If you're looking to maximize efficiency. Because you would need 1 fabric factory to 2 clothing factories.
Big garbage container. Oh no.
Yeah,
okay. Oh well. Okay. It's gonna be different.
yeah, this is where it gets very interesting. Is the garbage, because you got.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to start and figure it out. I think because.
Yeah. So you got
just sit and pause forever.
The big ones that do mixed waste, and then. My understanding is that the big one is supposed to take the small ones and collect it into a big one before you ship it out. So like your small garbage containers are what you put in walking range of all your houses and whatnot, and then the big one you would leave in your industry areas. Then it just gets crazy. So what map did you go with?
It's a workshop one. It's the same one that I used last time. I just don't remember anywhere on resource, like where any resources are, so I'm gonna basically play blind.
It's kind of why I went with a custom map, because if I went with my normal Taiga map, I
you would know where everything is. Yeah, so it would be cool. It would be cool if they made it to where custom maps you could get random resource spawns. Basically, they would just paint resources down, and then when you spawn in, just any of those resources are going to be randomized.
Well, I know where coal is already. I just took the coal mine and put it on top of a mountain, and it lit up green.
How's it going, Pilot Pro? Welcome everyone else to the stream. We're just chilling. It's going to be a rough start here in Workers Resources, I think, but because I'm going to kind of relearn some stuff.
Ooh, I found a wheel.
Let's go with some construction things. We're gonna need free construction office.
Oh, okay, this is interesting.
And we're gonna need, let's see here, let's go ahead. Should make an offshoot, construction office areas. Good old offshoot.
I think it's cheating that I grabbed an oil well and started just randomly scanning the map and found oil.
No, because it's kind of like...
Prospecting?
Yeah, it's basically prospecting at that point, to me.
Now, I can't do a refinery yet. I have to research refineries, but I can do pump jacks and I can sell raw oil.
Wait, there's more research now?
But yeah, there's research
Okay.
for everything.
So I need a university pretty quickly.
You need all 3 universities.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
But depending on what you want to start your research with first will determine what university you start with. So I believe the headquarters of the Communist Party is what you need to do distribution research for your distribution office. The technical will have a lot of your primary unlocks. And the medical, I think, was more like chemicals and whatnot, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Ooh, there's actually help menus now.
Yeah, they
Okay. That's
found
good.
quite a ways to.
Because the new user experience, let's just say, it was not the greatest.
It's still not great.
No. But I think they're worried more about, like, let's get features in, and if they spend all the time on the documentation, then they're going to find out that everything's changed and they have to spend so much time rewriting potentially.
So you notice when you go to build housing, you can only build brick houses to start. You can't do any prefab houses until you do the research for it.
Interesting. Okay, let's...
It's nice because prefabs are insanely expensive.
Potential... Oh, here, let me see here. Yeah, I need flats prefab for that. Some of the brick houses... So how do they just limit this on research? Do they just basically have a back-end code that just says, if building requires prefab, you need prefab to...
I would assume so.
Yeah.
There's no way that the dev can like check every single mod out there to figure out what's what.
Well, or it would like basically it would add a category to like the mod, you know. But that would be a pain in the butt. So I think they back end threw it in there. All right, construction offices. Let's go throw down our free ones here, lads. Construction office.
The fact that I was able to find oil actually makes me happy. Because that spot where I found oil was actually where I was going to put my first town.
Got a couple construction offices out this way. Let's fill that up. And the road build tool still leaves some to desire.
They did add one-way roads.
Dirt roads, or-
Single lane one-way road. So you can actually do proper like on and off ramps for highways.
Oh, just one lane. Okay. A panel road. What is that?
Uses prefab panels.
Interesting. But why would you do that over like just going straight to asphalt?
Maybe it's a cost thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just an aesthetic thing.
True. All right. So we got those two.
It could just be a cost thing for early game.
Construction office.
Though the fact that it uses prefab panels is because asphalt's a lot cheaper than prefabs.
Yeah.
I would say it's an aesthetic thing.
There's my
They have to be a
construction
lot more-
offices.
I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful about how I place roads now, because once you start upgrading, you'll have to use demolitions to clear out any mistakes.
Dirt roads still look like it clears for free.
Dirt is still free, yes.
Yeah, so
But,
just
like
pre-plan
once you go to gravel. So like when I do my city layout, I'm gonna be using dirt for pathways until I'm actually
happy with
certain.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and then upgrade.
Okay, let's skip demolition for now.
Do you know that you need repair up and running by year 5?
Repair. Where's repair?
That is under roads.
Roads, vehicle maintenance, or whatever, probably.
Yeah. So this vehicle repair. So 5 years from the time you have.
Is that technical services or?
No. It's under maintenance. So there's two maintenance tabs now. One for technical services, one for vehicle maintenance.
Okay.
So from the time you buy your first vehicle, 5 years is roughly when you need to start repairing them.
What's that technical?
That's your technical services is snowplow, water, and sewage. So you can use it to import water and make sure that your citizens can drink, or snowplows.
Okay.
At least you get a free distribution office still, but you have to do research for like the proper distribution office. Sad.
Alright, need some aggregate storage, free ones here.
They did add a lot more train stations and like just buildings. There's now like what? 3, 6. There's 7 different now vanilla cargo train stations now instead of just a single.
That's good.
Just phenomenal. They took a lot of mods and imported them. Made them basic. Like if you look at the warehouses, there's now like 10 different warehouses that are just vanilla. It's a nice little small warehouse, which is nice.
That's aggregate storage, and then I need is there free like warehouse storage?
Basic warehouse, no.
Yeah, open storage.
Open storage, yes, but warehouse, no. But there is a smaller warehouse that's significantly cheaper to build.
Okay, and I need distribution centers, right?
Yeah, you're only gonna have the free ones until you do the research.
Assume I'm only asking about free buildings. Okay, I have nothing.
Did you get your free gas station?
Not yet. I haven't decided where I want that yet. Okay. Stick that like here, just to try and keep traffic down from that area. Okay.
I actually made this map kind of challenging. I give it a lot of rolling hills.
I'm not seeing distribution center. Where's that under? General cargo? Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yet again, I find oil where I'm going to put my town.
Man, you're about as lucky as I am. Turn 1 on bolt action. Okay. Construction offices. I think I have that, unless I want to consider waste. Do you get some free waste stuff? Incinerator, scrapyard.
I mean, the small garbage containers are super cheap to build.
But what does that do?
All housing will now produce, like, basic garbage. Everything makes garbage.
And where am I supposed to put it? In a dump?
So...
Do dumps eventually clear out?
Initially, you'll have a truck that'll just send to the border for export.
So I have to basically just export it or incinerate it. Those are my or scrap.
Well, until you can like actually recycle it and separate it correctly. It's like biological waste you can turn into fertilizer.
So I need waste separation, scrap separation, and aluminum separation.
Initially, my understanding initially is that you just send all of it across the border, and then just work your way up from there.
Looks like there's a free dump.
Yep. Yeah, essentially just everything goes there, and then a truck will just pick it up from there and send it off to the border. But eventually you're going to want to go with like a dump with a claw machine, so it's just super fast to load.
Yeah.
Because that free one is, you're basically just the guys out there with a shovel.
I'm assuming I'm going to need, like, dump is where you bring the stuff from the trash containers, right? So trash containers to dump, and then dump to, if you want a quicker thing, or you can go just trash containers to border.
I think it has to go to the dump before it can go to the border. I'm not certain. That's something that we gotta figure out. Part of the new update.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Chat will help or cry as I do everything wrong. Alright, so I'm trying to remember kind of all the vehicles I need.
Well, you need open hull, covered hull.
I need
bulldozers, excavators. Well, actually, you don't need bulldozers. They're nice to have because they can build roads faster, but you can do everything with just excavators initially.
Well, with an easy start, I have enough money. You know, I could buy all these starting. I'm just trying to remember. I should probably focus on like getting a power plant up and running. Or should I just import power?
I always import power initially. And you can build a coal power plant.
Well, the thing is, it's just I need to try and figure out what resource I'm going to export that's near this area. Which is why I wanted maybe water and farms. Do farms require water now?
Water, no. But they do require fertilizer. You can still grow without fertilizer.
The fertilizer just helps.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a green storage with a rail connection.
Yeah, it was one of the old mods that was made baseline.
Synthetic fertilizer, composting plant. What does this do?
Turns your poop into fertilizer.
Awesome. So it turns into fertilizer and waste.
That's a hell of a steep hill.
Alright, if I want to export clothes, I need fabric. Which is crops, chemicals, power, and water. Oh yeah, I love this game. Yeah, it's super in depth. So it's gonna take me a second to get started, chat. I think I am gonna start with just getting clothes going. So I'm gonna get.
How to save? I was just using foreign workers to get the clothing up and running until I can actually build the city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With this much money for a start, kind of just disregard that and go for your city.
Maximum production 5 tons. Clothing factory consumes so one fabric factory can feed 2 clothing factories.
Yes.
Okay, I think we'll start with clothes, chat. Also, thanks for the raid there, Raptor guy. We're checking out the new update of workers and resources. There's a lot to try and relearn here, and I'm a little overwhelmed. But that's this game. That's this game in general. So enjoy. Welcome everyone to the Republic of Uthris. Let's get that up and run. Okay, so there's my construction facility. I think if I keep everything kind of coastal, that'll be cool for now. This little bay would be cool for water stuff, so let's plan out our water system a little bit here.
A harbor?
I mean, it's not.
There are some harbor buildings you can place, but not all of them.
Well, there's actually a lot of water in this map, so we'll see what it turns into.
In that case, instead of using a water pump, use the outflow for just pulling in seawater.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. That's Which one does that? Is it the water switch? No.
No. It would be, where is it? Underwater well. It's the surface water outflow.
Surface?
It's under the small water pumps or water wells.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a small a subcategory. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna take water from the Great Lake here.
What's nice is that they're super cheap to make.
Is there water flow in this game?
No.
So if I start polluting the water, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just gonna start polluting the whole water sources then.
It'll spread if you have it far enough apart. That you'll be okay.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to just dump sewage initially.
Just remember that sewage pipes are insanely expensive.
Yeah.
And you do have to worry about height.
These require water. So these surface outflows, they don't need electricity, huh?
Not as far as I know.
It's pretty nice. Gotta sneak in for a little bit. Love this game. Yeah, the game is really good.
I think it functions kind of like a siphon pump. So like once it gets going, it's just constantly siphoning.
Okay, so it's like almost gravity fed. So some parts have to be in the water. Do I have like a little lake option? Because honestly, like having a lake option would be cool. Like get fresh water from like a reservoir and then just pollute everything into the river. Or opposite, I could just pollute the reservoir because unlike City Skylines, it won't like overflow. It'll just sit there, right?
Yeah. Too late.
Yeah, this lake is gonna get some wastewater from the nuclear power plant and all of our poop. All right, we'll see how that goes eventually.
power the Republic with poo.
That's a YouTube video. People already did that in City Skylines, I believe.
Yep.
Let's see, maximum daily production 150 versus what's the big water ball? Okay, so I think two surface pumps are going to be plenty.
Initially, yeah. I usually do enough to feed a large treatment plant, which is 300 water per day, or per workday. So that would be 2 pumps.
Yeah, 2 pumps.
And that's enough. That'll be enough to feed a city of around 10,000, I think. 10 to 12,000 citizens is what you can do with large before it starts to get overwhelmed. Now they may have changed that with the update, but I don't think so.
I'm sure we'll find out. Everything at the moment is pretty much, you know, find out as we go.
Yeah.
Cast. Alright, so those are going to be the water pumps, and then I guess we can get water treatment, because we're going to have to increase the water quality a little bit here. So maximum production per day is 300, so we'll get a big boy. That out. Flow at max water pressure. We're gonna need big boy pipes.
Now what I'm not sure is if you'll need a water pump in between that outflow into the reservoir or the refinery. Because I know when you go into a water tower, you have to pump it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll just have to see.
You may need a pump to go from there.
How much can the big water pump push through?
It's not limited by the pump, it's limited by the pipe.
Okay. Because I'm going to need a decent amount of water storage here. How do I quickly view underground?
F3.
Yeah. I mean, these are going uphill, so I'm gonna assume I'm gonna need a pump. Because in this game, a lot of kind of gravity matters, right?
Yep.
These. Into there. I'm gonna pump these to the left, under the road.
Do you see in the City Skyline trailer, the roads now have pipes and electrical built into them?
Oh, that's
By
pretty
default.
cool.
At least that's what the icon insinuates.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of laying out power lines and stuff still, because it can you can get some aesthetic stuff out of that.
I'm pretty sure you still can.
Do I want underground water reservoirs for storage? They're kind of the biggest.
If you go underground, you'll need a pump to pull it out. If you go with a tower, you only have to use a pump to put it into the tower. My experience, as long as the water purification is constantly working, then you never run out of water. But if you run out of workers, then you want that reservoir.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of having underground reservoirs.
Put them underground.
Just a aesthetically pleasing solution, you know? And running them inline works, right? Or do I need a pump between the two? I might need a pump between the two.
You would need a pump between. So you would have to use a pump to go from your reservoir to wherever you're sending it. And I'm pretty sure you need a pump to pull it out of the building to put it into the reservoir.
Let's turn off near snap. Okay, into there. Do. Yes, evening comrades. Welcome.
What am I missing?
Is there kind of a way to hide the construction costs? Because it kind of gets in my way. I'm trying to place stuff sometimes.
Hold control.
Okay, yes, thank God. Water's gonna get stored in these two tanks. They're kind of daisy-chained together, which is hunky-dory. Actually, I don't like the looks of that. Oh boy. The standard Uthris, I'm gonna spend 30 hours just to try and get water pipes to look good that no one will ever see. Why do I do this to myself?
You're a perfectionist?
Well, you know, I just figured if I gotta make it look like it makes sense, I should make it look like it makes sense, you know? change that up. Better do it properly the first time. Exactly. You know what's going on. Here and there. Wish they were curved, but that's okay. Water tank. Water tank. Let's try that. Change just a little bit. That. Kind of like a bigger shape. Costs more, but I like that. I'm gonna try daising it. I would think if there was a pump after the daisy chain of reservoirs that it would work fine. Because I have a pump before the daisy chain and I have a pump after the daisy chain. You would think that
You would think, but
it doesn't.
not that I'm
Fails.
aware of.
Okay, well, we'll see. Let's get our dirt road here for the water treatment area.
Back a minute.
Okay, 2 pumps. Going into here, 2 tanks. You know what? I don't think daisy chaining them is gonna really be worth it. Just, I kind of need an extra pump when I don't need to. That's just kind of a lot of work for nothing, I feel. So we'll just. Something like that. They can both feed into a single pump and basically be on their way. Be okay, I feel. Because at the end of the day, it's still 300 units of water going out through this area, so I think we're fine there. Let's talk about power. We're gonna need some power out here. Which one is cheaper here? I feel like this power transformer is cheaper.
Oh, you got a mod for that? That just looks like a substation.
It is kind of a substation.
It's a fancy looking one.
Yep. It also has no clip, which is kind of nice. You can kind of put it into buildings and stuff. Do. I think having like a good, almost realistic walkway in your industry areas just make and break the look for me. You can kind of use walkways as like a good, almost like a border for your buildings.
Yeah.
Make industries kind of take up more space than just the building itself. The only thing is, I really would kill for a move it tool or some sort of node tool.
Yeah, there's.
Just fine tune some of these junctions a little bit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, that looks okay, I think. We have room for expansion when it comes to like water treatment in the area too, which is kind of nice. I might place that down. I might not necessarily use it yet. I think I need a large one. Small one? Small one might just look the best. And if we need more capacity, we can always just place 2 of these or something.
Well, 2 of them would be the equivalent of a large one.
Yeah. But for looks reasons, I'd rather have almost the 2. Kinda
You're looking
spread out
for more of a complex.
Yeah, something a little bit more like that. So how come the outputs of water treatment areas is still sewage line? Like, I thought it's supposed to clean it, right? And you put it back into your water supply.
It's not cleaning it completely.
Yeah, but I don't see a clean water port. You know what I mean? I only see 2 sewage.
I've never used them, so I've always just dumped them.
I've used them before.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a help menu now, huh? See, the output connections. To collect sewage, you first need to build a sewage substation, sewage tank, switch.
So sewage treatment requires chemicals. It imports wastewater. And it says it exports regular water.
Yeah.
But it's
just
not.
a little weird.
But like, so when I'm looking at it's like the big one, it says maximum production is 440 cubic meters of water, but maximum production of toxic liquids to be eliminated is only 220. So it's only removing like 50%. If I'm reading that right?
No, I feel like you're getting almost like a double return. Unless you're saying for 50 cubic meters you're getting 25 water and 25 wastewater.
It's almost like it's only pulling out half of the waste. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with the normal water it comes out. Like I would just expect a port for normal water and a port for not normal water. That's what I would expect.
Yeah,
but,
you would think.
We'll just have to see. Sorry. Also, this is not rotated rate.
Also, if you notice that building does not have a lifespan.
Ooh.
Building maintenance is now a thing. So it seems building lifespan is about 20 years. It's actually quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, for how much we sit here and pause, you know, it's basically permanent, so I think that's reasonable. I haven't hit play once yet. Alright, this is all future stuff. I'm gonna pause this guy because I don't want to construct it yet. Okay, that's fine. We'll get some sort of barrier at some point, some sort of perimeter fence here, because you want to, fence off your water treatment plants.
There's fences you can build.
Huh?
There are fences you can build.
No, I know.
And there's also like a security gate with a checkpoint.
Yep. Let's see here. Path. Laying out paths is almost like what if I'm laying out like a residential area, I do roads and then paths. That way I don't have to like try and worry about paths facing the buildings and stuff.
Paths are usually the last thing I do.
What is?
Pathing. The very last. Well, because paths can fit in some pretty tight areas, so.
I can, but I like kind of like a uniform, like I get it as close to the road as possible and just run it parallel to the road and make crossings where needed. And then I just put the buildings on the other side of the path, essentially. It's getting more interesting over time. Gonna pick it up, yeah. I'd suggest it. I like this game. It's pretty, as they would say, cool.
It's very challenging, which I do appreciate.
Isn't there a way to turn off, like, can I hold like shift or something and it doesn't try and snap?
Hit F4 to disable snapping.
Well, that's like parallel snapping. I'm talking about like, don't snap my path points, but maybe it's just not quite a thing for pathing. It's a little bit more of a thing for roads, I think. Okay. Cool. Got that location potentially planned out initially. That's cool. We'll put a dumping point for now, I guess. How far do you recommend?
Well,
like if my water treatment's here.
For a city dump?
No, I'm talking about wastewater dump. Because I'm not going to have the water treatment initially. That's just placed there for later. So if my water's intake is here, should I just have the sewage out dump like up here?
What, up over by the border?
Yeah.
If you're using that little inlet for your intake and you dump it by the border, that'll be fine. It's more than far enough.
Okay. Might go a little bit closer then. And it is going straight into a water treatment plant, so like it's not like gonna be awful, I don't think.
I don't know.
Name? Why can't I place you, little building?
You may have to dig the dirt down and level it off.
This starts World War III, the sewage wars. Yeah, that was called COVID, I think. I find it funny that it's like, yeah, you can't build this on the water, but it's like part of it needs to be on the water, but you know, you can't build this on the water, but part of it has to be. Like,
Make up your mind, game.
I've never had a problem placing this thing before. And I can't just flatten a spot because of the, I don't have the tools.
I'll just do a quick construction yard with an excavator and build a flatten. I found the wastewater dump is a very stubborn building. It's incredibly finicky.
Yeah, it's being very nice. Yeah, well, I can put it there, which is too close. Really, you need almost like a perfect straight line section of coast. Like nothing in between. It's just perfect straight line. Yeah, they need to improve the hitbox on this thing. For sure, improve the hitbox on this thing.
I think it's probably the most finicky building in the game.
It almost has like double hitbox.
My experience, the best way I found is to dig the shoreline down so it's steeper and then flatten the part that's just above the water line.
Okay, well,
That's what I found always worked.
Let's order some vehicles. There's no connection to the customs house. There's a connection to the customs house. What are you talking about? Do I need to play for it to be recognized?
Probably.
No, it's just saying there isn't a connection. Is
Are you
there
trying
not
to buy American vehicles or?
Oh, well, yeah, that might be the issue. Hold on. Yeah. I was hitting the American dollar sign because you know I'm American. I'm just used to. Yeah, I want to pay. Okay. I know there used to be a ratio of like what stuff to buy. So I need a couple dump trucks for.
I would do at least 4 dumpers because gravel is one of those things that you're just always needing for construction. Every project uses it, and they also bring in asphalt. You won't need more than one or 2 covered hulls at most. Concrete trucks you could do 2 to 3. Open hull you're going to use a lot of. I go extra on open hull because I also use it for transporting vehicles. But my current setup is 5 open hulls, 2 bulldozers, 2 excavators.
And this is just with free construction. Yep. Okay.
I'm only using 6 of my 7 construction offices right now.
Okay. I only have 4 at the moment, so I'm just trying to think here.
Oh, okay. Then you might need to scale yours down a little bit.
Yeah, I do agree that dumpers are one of the more important ones.
Roller and paver, you only need 1 of. Road cranes, I usually go with 2. 3 buses.
Have you messed with the? There's a new mechanic for used vehicles, right?
Oh, I didn't even look at that. Oh shit, there's a tower crane.
I don't even see. I don't even see where you see used vehicles.
You have to go to the border itself.
You have to go to the border.
Click on the border building, and then there's a buy used vehicle tab.
There's no used vehicles to sell here. Or no, that's me. Purchase vehicle 0.
I mean, there's not a lot, but they're definitely cheaper.
I don't see a used vehicle tab.
Maybe there's none available for purchase. I don't know, hit play and let it run for a minute. It's right beside, it's the one with the blue car symbol. It's used vehicles.
Oh, yeah. There's no used vehicles to sell yet.
I let my game run over to the next month, and then there are some used vehicles available.
Okay. Gravel.
I mean, they're not much cheaper, but they're a little bit cheaper.
Storage. Gravel. I would give anything to be able to like just give me a city builder that has no hitboxes, please, or an option to turn them off. Like I'm just tired of not being able to place things exactly where I want it. You know, kills me. Like especially in this game where like the hitbox on these things are way bigger than the object a lot of the time. Okay, gravel. Got it. Gravel and I need to move these vehicles around, I think. I have to wait till they get there, though. Because I should have 2 aggregate storage for gravel, right? Just so they can pull from 2 different spots.
Yeah, unless you just want to build a proper one right away and just pull from the border directly.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm building a storage. And I'm
not even going with the aggregate storage or the free one because it's actually faster to just go to the border than it is to load with storage.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
My experience is faster.
Let's change that up. This guy is gonna buy So I set an aggregate storage to gravel, and then I set the construction thing to pull gravel from the border, right? And then it's gonna pick it up and store it.
So to do gravel storage, you have to do distribution office.
Ah, fuck, you're right.
To put it into storage, and then it can pull.
You're right. You're right. It's been a while. Add new connection here. Mode. That'll be fine. And then, ooh, it's a little dark. So those guys can construct there. Right now, I need asphalt mixers and a couple cranes. This one, I'm gonna need a couple open tops. We're gonna pull from the border. We're gonna load here. This one's gonna be steel boards. Bricks. You can mix open storages, right?
Yes. As long as the percentage is set. And the checkbox that you did is actually telling you that it is a notification for empty. You want to do limit amount if you want to do multiples.
Aggregate doesn't have a limit. It's just the limits from the distribution center, I guess.
The aggregate is well, you can only hold one type of aggregate for storage.
Right, but like I don't want to sit there and just fill up my gravel all the way because I don't need to fill it up all the way. I just need to store some to use.
Yeah, you can limit that at distribution office.
Vehicles coming in from the border. Oh, I can buy used vehicles now. Air 13%. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so dump trucks, flatbeds, great. Let us talk about getting. Actually, no, I ordered from here. It's tough to keep track. I want to be able to pull a couple bulldozers around. A ton of this. 2 tons, 4 tons. Mechanisms only with trucks. Oh, I need a fuel truck. I remember. Let's do a fuel truck. Need a fuel truck. Okay.
That seems important.
Get a fuel truck. Nice. Let's add a couple of crossovers just potentially use both lanes, because for a while we're going to be watching some vehicles drive back and forth, which is, you know, one of the coolest things to me about this game, dude, is just like every vehicle is like a vehicle you bought or made.
Yep.
So like even if you had a massive city and you were actually producing cars and people were driving around, you look at those cars and you're like, I mean, those are my cars. This guy.
Interesting too how when it rains,
How do I?
all your vehicles get insanely slower. And how do you what?
How do I sell a vehicle?
So flatbed. Select the vehicle itself, and then you would just set up a line that takes it to the border, and then tell it to sell vehicles.
But this is from the construction office. Do I need to move it over to a distribution center for it to get moved out?
Put it in a what's it called? Road depot.
A road
You
depot?
can build just a road depot.
Trash can at the top said sell vehicle? Oh, that's it. You're right. Okay. There you go. I thought that was like its name for some reason. You know, because I'm super smart. Super smart. Alright, so we're bringing in... Thanks, Dino Guy.
I mean, I was going with a more realistic option of actually taking it to the border to sell.
Well, that's not part of the game options. You were just doing that to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just out of fuel. Yeah, they're just out of fuel. All right.
I think it
Waiting
might
for my
actually be
fuel
worth.
truck.
Might be worth slightly more money to sell that at the border too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Alright, construction office, it's good. Let's see, these guys. Those guys. I'm gonna mix in a, I guess, cover truck. Don't need anything too expensive because cover is generally the least used for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need a couple cranes.
Road cranes are all I use initially.
Yeah, yeah.
Once I get a proper construction office, I'll switch to a tower crane. But
Cranes and that's good for now. I'm gonna have to move my open vehicle. I chose the wrong depot. There we go, that's what I want to see. Let me turn off my AC here. You have a long day there, Raptor? Or you just watching game shows, I think, or the kind of E3 of the summer, I guess? Seems like you've been streaming a lot. From a construction office standpoint, that's where I do get buses, right? To pick up people at the border.
uh-huh. I went with the Ziz 155 to start personally.
Well, we're starting in different years, right?
I started in 1960.
Okay. I need another office, and this one would just be for buses.
I just like it when a bus that has more workers.
I like mixing it. I like to have a couple small ones so that they kind of just fill some spots, and then a couple big ones because
Yeah, it makes
it
sense.
just sucks when a big bus gets there and it picks up 10 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you have unlimited free construction offices now?
No,
I'm not
7.
getting a count.
It caps at 7.
Okay.
Like, proper construction offices is unlimited, but your free ones are capped.
Hey, look at all these vehicles gonna go get gas. Alright, line her up, boys.
It does look really nice at nighttime when you get that many headlights.
Yeah, it does. How many gas stations do I get for free? Just the one?
20.
20. I could have sworn it used to list how many had left available.
It does when you're going to place it.
Oh, 12.
Oh, it changed it. It used to be 20 gas stations. So that got nerfed. Which makes sense. For me, the only place I really keep the free runs is at farms. So you don't have to run power.
Yeah, that's a little later than to me. Get one more expensive one because I feel like I'm gonna be going through a lot more gas than I originally thought. Look at all the blinkers. Oh god, it's like turning left in truck sim. Oh no, what have I done? I'm creating 10 OP pass. I'm gonna be here for 10 hours. What's this guy doing? You just squeezing in there? You cutting?
The bulldozer's like, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Alright, workers get picked up there.
I'll be back.
Okay, so this is crane in asphalt, so asphalt can get picked up on the border. Concrete. What else does this store? Does this store just concrete? Yeah. These are flatbeds, so bricks picked up here. Boards picked up here. Looks like gravel will pick up too. Picked up there. Still out of fuel. This one doesn't need anything. This one needs mechanical components, electrical components. This one comes from there. This one is where let's do steel. Prefab panel.
I have returned.
Brick boards. Steel prefabs. Okay. I guess if I need aluminium, I can just get it from the border. Everything else from here, I think.
Aluminum is only used for
Construction
aircraft
looks like,
air,
yeah.
aircraft production, I think. Aircraft and trains.
Workers, components, boards. Okay, I think I got everything kind of covered here, so we can actually start building. All right, hey, vehicles moving. Having a good time. Gonna need a dual lane gravel road. It's gonna be probably just to the construction office area. I think that'll speed up moving resources around. It's kind of worth doing. So let's upgrade this side to gravel. While we wait. I think I'm going to be stuck with gravel roads for a while. Like normally I'm kind of one to try and upgrade to asphalt pretty quickly, but I think that's kind of a waste right now.
Well, this early on, you won't have any vehicles that can actually make use of asphalt.
The speed, yeah.
For quite a while.
And I just don't want to pick up the asphalt. You know? I want to wait until I'm making my own asphalt. Okay, importing that. It's great there. It's a cool little water treatment area. I guess that means... I mean, does that mean my town's just gonna go here? I mean, it would work.
Yeah, you can
have farms here.
You can have the water treatment in town. It doesn't generate pollution.
Yeah.
It's the sewage treatment what generates. Water treatment doesn't.
Sewage doesn't generate pollution.
Does it?
No. Not air pollution. Water pollution, yeah, but like it's should be okay. Alright, yeah. We'll plan for our first village to be here. And we'll get... Honestly, probably the easiest thing is to start with some farms and wood cutting.
Farms for sure. You can get food production up and right. The sooner you get food production up, I mean, that's a huge expense you can eliminate.
Yeah.
I do like how the when you highlight a manufacturing building, it actually shows the environmental pollution as like little gray clouds.
Yes.
That's a nice addition.
I really wish it would tell you what angle you're placing a road at. Like, it has a little angle guide, but it's just like, yeah, we don't know the degree. Can't calculate. We can't do sine cosine here. No.
We haven't researched protractors yet.
Yeah. I'm trying for a very angular road layout. Angular road layouts are pretty cool.
Something to forcibly break up the grid.
Well, it just makes the grid, you know, be a little bit different. Shift some sections.
My first town is going to go right on the edge of this lake. Maybe I'll build the town around the lake.
Concrete, gravel.
Concrete you have to pull from the border until you can...
Yeah, they're assigned to it.
Your border just super busy?
No, I just think, you know, they had to take a second to get fueled. My border is decently far away. It's not like super close. And it's dirt roads, so it's just kind of a combination of everything. They're working on it now. They're actually picking up some gravel and stuff.
So part of the reason I only use 6 of my 7 construction offices is I keep that 7th one that I can move around the map for terrain modification. That's why I always keep one free one. You know, vehicles do have a bit of a range.
Right. Do I want to ship water? No, I don't think so. Let's get a heating plant kind of laid out. I really don't think the small heating plant is ever worth it. I always feel like the big one is the only worth it one.
So, with the new realistic mode, I can actually see justification for a small one.
Now, I will say the air pollution on the big one is pretty huge.
Yeah. Ideally, you want it about 800 to 900 meters away from your city. But yeah, like with the new update and like hard money start, I can actually see justification for using a small one.
Yeah.
Well, because your first town that you're going to build is not going to be very big. Like you're maybe only going to have 2,000 or 3,000 citizens in your first town.
You think so? And then I'm over here trying to design my city when I don't have any tech to even really take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Pretty standard Uthris over planning here. Okay.
The only thing I don't like about the small one is that you are limited to using the small pipes.
Crossing that out loud.
It's a dirt path. You're trying to cross a path.
No, I wasn't. There's no path here.
Hey man, I like fucking 30 seconds stream delay.
I just think this road is a little glitchy because the path kind of eats into it.
Well, there's a limit to how close you can have nodes, and you can't attach a road to a node that has a path on it. A path node.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which is unfortunate. It'd be nice if you could just have both.
We can't have nice things. Not allowed. Can't do it.
I really wish that the pathing was kind of like City Skylines, where you just had to get close enough, and it would just auto-connect.
Well, maybe having the fire station out here might be a good thing to do. Some good old public services.
No, I thought it was odd. There's a research option for firefighting, and yet you can build a fire department right away. I'm kind of wondering what that research actually
I wonder if it just improves their efficiency or area of coverage.
Or maybe it allows you to purchase better vehicles. Or unlocks the ability for helicopters, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Remember how I do roundabouts?
Painfully.
I think I kind of remember.
One of the thing that this game was never really good at doing was roundabouts.
It. Not quite max. You can only do like half at a time. Yep. And okay. Look at that little roundabout guy. He's pretty cool. It does a thing. Stealing it. Will this thing be able to power everything though? This one doesn't really say how much.
You'll have to look at the build menu to see how much it can. At the end of the day, you're usually limited by the power line itself.
Yeah. Ooh, you have to research gas power plants now?
Yep.
Oh man, that's that makes the easy gasoline star a little hard. Roundabout kind of looks like Unknown from Pokemon. True. Gotta catch them all. I gotta need a bus station. I want it here. Here. Towards the roundabout's gonna be better. Did they add new bus stations and stuff? To make it. Oh, there's free bus stops now.
Yeah, there's been free bus stops for a while.
I didn't know that.
At the last update, when they put realistic mode in, they added the free bus stop. They added in a couple of new large ones, but the small ones are still the same old.
Did they make newer bus stations or just through roads with stuff on the side yet, or no?
The free one is.
So normal traffic can just go through the middle, and buses too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that got fixed.
Test it out, because this shape looks weird otherwise.
I'm pretty sure that got fixed. I know the tram stops are through roads.
free ones. Oh, you get 15 free bus stops? That's kind of nice. Here's the true test of this, chat. Alright. No, that looks worse. Looks worse. Stop what you're doing, Uthris. Why am I pausing? Like, I pause so much that like nothing gets done while I'm like planning.
You're just used to it from like City Skylines.
Yeah.
Where the second you start doing any kind of construction, everything just freaks out.
Let's just try something like that.
I have my grocery store right up against it.
There we go. That's a lot better. See anything, it's nighttime. I thought they made it to where your cursor glows a little bit at nighttime. Or am I misremembering things?
It's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Suspend some constructions here to not build things we really care about too much. And I think the free bus stops always have dirt roads in them, right? It looks like
yeah.
it. Ah, good. They're working on the road. Nice. All the gravel getting used. I have a lot of road to do, though.
Oh, they also changed factory connections, so they can actually be bi-directional or one-way now. Which you actually have.
I don't understand what you mean.
So normally a factory connection would just be bi-directional, right? For just auto-connecting buildings together. But because of how some of the new garbage system works, you actually have to have a one-way factory connection for some of the garbage buildings.
Are you talking about like the yellow connection points or those?
Yeah, the yellow. That's a factory connection.
Okay. And you're saying they weren't bi-directional before?
No, they've always been bi-directional, but now you have the option of going one direction.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Which I guess if you're doing like a large industrial complex with lots of forklifts, and you want to make sure that they're kind of going in like a one-way system, you could force them to.
Yeah, I like that. I think that was kind of necessary.
I know it's kind of necessary for.
Because I was really annoyed at like my crop storage, even at my farm, because like I had a couple silos feeding the food factory, and they would just try and even out the inventory on all the silos rather than just letting it sit in the silos and move it to the factory. I'm just like, you guys are wasting productivity trying to balance the inventory rather than just using the inventory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and that
actually,
situation, you could. That situation, yeah, you should be able to just force it into the factory and then backfill correctly.
The button to hide UI. It's like
G.
We'll get a watch construction for a bit. Yeah, an industrial area will be cool. Also getting a farm laid out and stuff. I don't think I'll start worrying about housing until we actually have like a farm, so that we can take workers over to it.
Farms don't require workers. They're automated.
I meant food. The food factory.
Food, yes.
Yeah. Because the less I have to use the water treatment plant here early, it's really just saving me money while I'm building, so. It is really cool to see the headlights coming down the road. I don't know. I'm excited for next City Skylines.
Yeah, so am I. There's a lot that they've added that looks just phenomenal. Yep. They added a whole bunch of new sports things.
Yeah,
no longer just football and tennis.
Yeah, we haven't seen everything, obviously, but like what I did see, makes me think that they're at least making launch equal to kind of the current state of the game plus DLCs, which I think was super important for them to do. And then in addition to, they have some other UI tweaks and things that are just nice as well. So the improved, hopefully, performance, the improved, hopefully, graphics, and then just some baseline DLC stuff in the base game again. And then you open up the mods, and it's going to be a good City Skylines, I think.
I wonder if they added Move It baseline.
I don't think so. Something that I'm interesting about that on the trailer is like when the buildings kind of popped up, it almost looked like they were choosing what building was going to get built there. I don't know. We didn't really see much of buildings getting constructed and how that looks, because we just saw buildings kind of popping up immediately, like instantly. So we'll just see how that goes. And it looks like they had a little bit more flexibility on like some sloping terrain for building just the normal grid placement, like the coloring zones. It looked like it was a little bit more flexible.
Well, there's also, 2 new zones? Like, offices have a dedicated color now, instead of just industrial. Like, it's actually...
Offices already had a teal color. It was separate.
Yeah, but it was linked to industrial need. Now it's its own actual need. It's completely been separated from industrial.
I think it was to commercial, not industrial.
No, it was linked with industrial.
It was? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been playing on creative mode in that game for so long, I haven't paid attention to the need bar.
Office is essentially the high density version of industrial.
One thing that I wish was baseline 2 is when I place down a road in this game, I should be like, you know how sometimes it's like hold right click and it smooths? That should just always be an option. Because just because I can place a road doesn't mean I don't want to smooth the road a little bit. The roads in this game get a little wonky. A little wonky. I mean, honestly, it's a little bit more realistic because, like, if you look at like a state route, you know, they're not quite this bumpy, but they go up and down massively. You know, not everything is this perfect 3% grade, you know, that people do in Cities Skylines. There's a lot more kind of up and downs in roads. It's just this game does it a little jarringly.
Overdoes it.
Yeah.
Now I want my bus stop up my main road.
Trying to think if I want another bulldozer. Another roller. Yeah, I'll just see. Using cranes yet? Not yet. Changing your home over here, and this guy, we're getting a new dump trunk, I think. I haven't even named my region yet. They already named it for me. It's Kaz and Chad. We're Chads, guys. The area of Kaz and Chad. City area. LLC. See them using the new road a little bit. Let's go and get that other construction office, I guess. We have money still. I want to have 2 more construction offices that I can use. So have you run into any major issues with the beta branch yet? Anything I should look out for or no?
Not that I've seen. I'm just hoping that they fix the bug when upgrading the road from dirt to gravel. So if you were to connect a road while it was partially being constructed, it would take the entire segment and set it for demolition.
Huh.
So like where your guy is building the road, if you were to connect a new road to it, it would basically set the unbuilt section to demolition instead of built.
Alright, well, note to self, don't edit roads until they're constructed, or whatever.
But it's a small section, you could test it for science.
I love all the dust in the dirt roads. The vehicles coming in. Meow, meow. Oh, cool. Alright, maximum 2.5 megawatts. Our water treatment's small. No, I want big. 7.6 megawatt hours. At least. Yeah, I don't know yet. The max is. This is 2.5 watts.
It says 2.5, but it's actually like 2.3 because of the power line.
I do like this little mod building. It's like just a little utility shed. All down through here, I think we're gonna do farm fields. We need to get the Matthew farm fields up and running at some point. Hey Alloy, how's it going? By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the boat action game yesterday. It was a long one. That was like the longest game we've ever done, for sure.
Yeah.
Do we want to go back down to 1,000 points? I mean, I like 1,500 because it's just, you get to use everything, but at the same time, it just takes forever.
I mean, I'm okay with 1,500, but we definitely need to, like, start earlier in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well...
I think if we had started when we would have started, we would have been fine.
Yes, yes. But also, I wouldn't have, you know, if like, me and Ashley canceled dinner because of rain and everything, and apparently the place we wanted to go to was farther than we thought. Yeah, fuck that. But, yeah, if we would have started at 2, I wouldn't have made dinner if that ended up happening, you know? So. The more you know. But how'd you like the Germans? It seems like they did okay. Your armor was scary, I'll tell you that much.
I wasn't even intending to counterplay you either, because, like, you had done your army after I did mine.
Yeah.
You actually had the option to counterplay against the armor, but
no, I didn't want to. I don't want to counterplay. I want to, you know, I'm very much a. Well, let's come up with a weird niche. In this case, I looked at the, you know, the American talents and was like, okay, well, fire and move is super strong for bars and rifles. Let's just flood the field with some bars and rifles, get them in some advanced pushes, and bring in the transport to get the people into, like, the middle. I just wanted to try and control the middle as quickly as possible, because you know, you had just one squad make it to the middle of the map.
Yeah, I mean, I was putting a lot of emphasis on that nibble over, which sadly didn't pan out.
Yeah.
This time, the dice were not in my favor that time. I definitely want to do like a much larger map with either like a campaign style
Mhm.
or a 2v2 with an armor division and an infantry division.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like our okay, so like a 2v2, one person's inventory, one
Yeah,
person's armor.
one puts more infantry, one has more armor.
Man, that'd be such a long game.
It would, but man, it would be epic.
I do like the idea of like doing that double campaign map size, you know, and doing like one weekend we do half the map, and the next weekend we continue like the other side or whatever.
Are we able to save the game state?
Yeah. You know what would be cool if we did this? If we did that big map, okay, and we do an attacker defender scenario on the first one. All right, and then if the defenders win, all right, basically, the defenders can get like the next time we just continue, so like everything stays the same, right? We kind of keep it the same. It goes back to turn 1, but the defenders get reinforced by like 50% and the attackers get reinforced by 100%. You know, until they like break through. I don't know.
The potential options that. Okay.
But at that point, we're talking like now, like the amount of dice in the bag is will like snowball to like, yeah, it's we got 55 dice in the bag, you know. And I don't know if that would be good either.
Well, I think at that point we would have to go down to like 1,000 army.
Yeah.
Something similar.
You guys can still cross, right? Yes. Good. Just worried about that. Alright, and we'll upgrade the other side of the road to concrete. Getting this main road down, you know, it's super important to try and just increase our import-export rate. Getting people into the correct area. Because the speed difference, you know, dirt road max 35, it's almost 100% faster to just go to gravel than to stay dirt. And so, just from an efficiency standpoint. Now, granted, the dump trucks, their max speed is 35, so like they don't really get a benefit.
The big one is.
Yeah, but you kind of have to use the big ones for gravel. Because you just use so much of it. Unless you do what you're doing, which is picking it up at the border, which is a little bit different. I'd rather have speed if I was doing that one.
Yeah, I'm just going direct to the border, so I have 4 of the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which works out to 2 big ones.
Yeah, I have 3 big ones picking up gravel and 2 big ones using gravel. So hopefully I have some sort of surplus. Where's my other bulldozer at? Did it go AWOL? What happened to it? I did order it, right?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Okay, it's working. It's just working somewhere that I didn't see it. Normal day. What's our budget looking like? How much money we bleeding? I honestly haven't used that much. I've only used 300,000.
I've only spent 400.
400 total or 400,000?
400,000.
Okay. Yeah, 213,989 is how much I've spent. Which is
Just making like I'm setting up my town right now, so I'm making sure I have all of the infrastructure I need before I start playing housing. I've got sport. I have hospital. I've got school. I've got food. Bus station. Culture.
What's a priority switch? What is that?
My understanding of it is that it allows you to ensure that power is always going to one section. So if, for example, you end up getting like a power outage, the priority switch will force a power outage to a section you don't care about while maintaining power in a section you do care about. If that makes any sense.
It does.
That's my understanding of it. So, like, for example, ensuring that your heating plant always has power in the wintertime would probably be a good thing.
Nah.
So I still have to build a university, police station, fire department.
I need to do sidewalks first. Good old sidewalks.
Oh, I like this fire station. It's 2 entrances.
Is it one of the mods that you have, or one of the new ones?
Yeah, this is one of the mods that I have. New one is your standard 4-bay, then there's an 8-bay and a 3-bay. Or then the 8-bay and the 3-bay are new. 8-bay actually looks really nice. It's a nice big building. But the 8-bay for this city is a little overkill. We'll go with this 5-bay. That's kind of the brick aesthetic, so it actually makes sense. I can only build in bricks right now.
Wait, you're actually making bricks? Did you load a save?
No. The building that I'm working with doesn't have prefab, right? Because I can't build anything that requires prefab panels.
I have that down. Some of it may change, but I don't think this road's gonna change. So.
That's a good spot for the power station. Right on the edge of town.
Just run power down this road. voltage cable.
Kind of annoying that you can't just go with the big voltage wire right out the gate. Kind of forces you to actually do like math.
Math? I don't do math. He says, as he does math for work. So. What do I know? Alright, that's a decent little connection there. We can expand if needed later. That gets us power down the main drag. Can't just... It's weird to me that you just can't branch off of a telephone pole, you know? Like, you need to build a junction.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
unfortunate.
because with the way that the power cable works, I should be allowed to branch off, but like, I'm gonna overload that line if I do that too much. Anyways, so. Maybe because of that fact, they're just like, it's not important to branch.
It might also be a limitation in the coding. Like, it just may not be possible to code it. If I remember, this entire game is coded in C++.
Well, no. It's definitely possible to code it, but there's also a possibility of, is it worth coding it? I don't know. At least I have plenty of vehicles moving around. I wonder if we should go ahead and get a road maintenance repair place. Building lifespan, 20 years. What's the, what do you use to maintain buildings?
Probably one of the new maintenance buildings. Be my guess. Or maybe a construction office, I don't know. Maybe figure it out.
Yeah, there's some new hotel options. It's kind of nice. Wish there was more, like, public options for a lot of this stuff. I know they added some new kindergartens, which are great. Some variety there, some new schools. Looks like a new hospital. Small clinic, which is kind of nice. Technical University, Medical University, headquarters of the Communist Party. They had a small prison? Nice.
Yeah.
I can buy 100% of my power initially. Here, down, over, midpoint. We're doing like a long, narrow road there. It's just so weird that, like, I don't know, there's no like single family home equivalent or like row home equivalent. It's all just apartment complexes, which I guess is correct, but like,
Yeah, it's kind of limiting.
you think there'd be some sort of influence, like not as much options, but like a couple options, just because you do have a western border and the Russian border, so like.
So I don't see any building for building maintenance, so my guess would be construction office.
Reconstruction.
That's probably the building maintenance then.
Greater than 50%. Machine replacement greater than 50%. I'm assuming that's the maintenance maybe for.
Probably.
I'd probably set that to 75%, you know, just because it's over half, you know, maintain it at 75. But if you build everything at once, you might not be able to get to everything. What happens when it hits its end of life? Does it just collapse? That'd be hilarious.
I know that with vehicles, they just stop working.
Let's see. Wear and tear 0% on that guy. 0%. Wear and tear 1%. Oh, dude, they have an odometer now?
Yep.
Awesome! I love that. My little dump truck has gone 33 kilometers. That's sweet. I wonder how much is my little bus gone? Because it's quick. 51 kilometers. That's cool. Hey, the crane's working. Nice. Go crane. Ooh. Do power lines require maintenance? I don't think so. Okay, that's good.
That would kind of suck.
I mean, the substation does, and the split terminals do.
Probably balances it out then.
Yeah. Oh man, I bet every pole on a conveyor needs maintenance, and every cableway requires maintenance. Cableways still suck.
Yep, they do.
Like, why? They need a big buff on cableways. Because it should be, you have to use cableways, and then you research the other one. Because cableways are older technology, right?
Yeah.
All right, Courtney, you have a good one. Yeah. We'll be playing workers and resources for a little while on the channel. We have a lot to construct, a lot to watch vehicles drive up and down the same road, over and over and over and over. It's gonna be fun. Waiting for gravel. Ugh. road has definitely increased productivity.
My little town laid out.
If I can watch you chisel a windmill, I can watch vehicles drive. Just wait until the next season of Ender's Story, okay? We're gonna go so hard once that game gets a couple more updates. The latest updates were pretty big, so I'm gonna give it 2 more big patches.
My little starter town is big enough for 3,000 people.
Dang.
Well, that's what I've placed for housing.
That's bigger than my hometown. It's just about. How big is my hometown? Let's see.
And I'll start it off at half of that.
Yep, my hometown population in 2020 was 2,997 people. In the mountains of West Virginia. Well, not really in the mountains. In the Ohio Valley of West Virginia. I love watching the vehicles take like dirt paths, like footpaths to get to buildings. They're just like weasel their way through there.
So now I need to do water infrastructure, sewage infrastructure, garbage infrastructure.
You haven't started inviting people, right? You're just still just
I haven't even
construction
started building. I haven't even started building.
Oh,
I'm
you're
just doing layout.
Okay, yeah.
So I may have buildings for 3,000 people, but some of these buildings might disappear so that I can place other facilities, such as garbage.
Yeah, I wonder if I could put a dump over here by my water treatment plant. I don't know if that'll pollute the soil. Let me see. Does it list if it pollutes the soil, or is environmental pollution the only thing it's gonna say?
I think just environmental pollution is all it says.
Well, dumps don't pollute, so I'm gonna try it, I guess. Waste, fertilizer, construction waste, metal. What is construction waste? Is that just waste from constructing stuff?
I think demolition.
Okay.
I think that's demolition waste.
We'll get mixed waste in there. And are the little containers like basically the equivalent of like your sewage thing that it's like covers an area and people just throw stuff into it and then you have to pick it up?
Yeah, so if you have walking paths set down and you go to a place like one of the little garbage can collection areas, it should show the range and how many things or what's in range of it.
Yeah, let's see.
Which is why I'm not placing garbage until I get my footpath network done.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. excavator construction office. Did I not buy any excavators, chat? I don't think I did.
You might have bought them when you were busy.
No, I just think I was dumb and I bought 2 more cranes. I have 4 cranes. Yeah. Also, when I just sell a vehicle, I sell for negative 1,704p rubies. So I think selling without taking it to the border is actually, it costs you money.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So that might be a thing.
It'd give you a reason to hold on to it then.
Yep. Now, I would expect like a depreciation to where it like eventually goes into the 0. But
First snowfall.
first snowfall, huh? Construction is gonna slow down. So you don't have your construction vehicles even going?
Oh, they're doing stuff.
Okay.
Remember, I found all that oil. So the entire time I've been laying up my town, they've been building the oil fields.
Okay.
So that I can export
That's a
oil.
good idea.
Though I have to use a truck because until you do the research, you can't do a pipeline border connection. Which is new.
That's 50% build. Just gonna have to go. A lot of roundabouts at the moment. A lot of little construction projects going on this road. Let me see if there's any resources nearby, chat. Let's see if we lucked out. There could be something. It's just I'm gonna have to try and play stuff. Let's see if we have any coal. Any coal. No. No coal. Oh, there's some up here. Near Pooh Lake that I wanted to set up. Okay, so no real good coal nearby. How about oil? Huh? Maybe? No. Nope, no oil. Okay. Okay.
Any iron?
Let's see. 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%. If I had to guess, since it's a mod map, right? It's not gonna be like a perfectly balanced thing. It's gonna be in like almost RP locations, right? So, nope, no iron. Bauxite. Oh wait, I can't even do that. Can't research it.
That's a shame because bauxite was massive money early game.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need workers to run the mine. You can do it all with vehicles.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna be doing crops and wood. That's like our only option for, and then we'll expand out to coal. Yeah, but like it's pretty far away. Like it's from a map standpoint, it's where my cursor is once the steam catches up. So, and I don't even know if it's a great deposit.
That you'll need a second town for that.
Yeah. So if I get a first town set up with food production and fabric, right? Start generating money that way. I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, and then you could use a rail line to go to the other town to just distribute your food.
Workers. Oh, yeah, distribute my food. Let's see, the factory district, if all this near the water, it's going to be farmland, because I just think that'll look nice. Up here in the hill, those slight hills, that's going to be probably gathering wood. Over here, next to the water, is probably going to be the fabrics factory and clothing factory stuff. And then in here in the middle is going to be the town. I think that'll look pretty good. I mean, right now, sure, my layout looks like a penis, but I think every layout starts out looking like a dick.
Welcome to Penisville.
Yeah.
Population you.
Welcome to Pen 15. Go, little excavator, go. I'm gonna split this road in half. A little bit more interesting. Then this end. I have like no good sense of scale of things in this game because like City Skylines, because when you place a road, it gives you like, oh, this is like a 3x3 zone. Oh, these two roads next to each other kind of make an 8x8 zone, you know, so you can kind of see the spacing. There's none of that in this game, so you're just like, I think that's big enough. We'll find out. I replaced this section with a roundabout.
Back in a minute. I gotta go check on my laundry. I can't really do anything while it's still wintertime, so just let them build.
Yep. That is one nice thing about this game, you just let it run. Oh, shoot, did I just destroy that? Dang it. Didn't mean to do that. Demolition. Alright. Okay, so if I want a roundabout here, I need to go big roundabout. I think more narrow is gonna look better. You know what? For eyeballing a roundabout in this game, that's not bad. A little jank, but it's Soviet Republic game, so not bad. If they added new decorations at all. I'm not really seeing much here. This infrastructure is blocking. I hate how these things have square hitboxes for a roundabout. It makes no sense. Makes no sense.
A roundabout ornament is square in the middle.
Well, it has a square hitbox.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Very weird. Alright, well, I'll worry about the roundabout decoration later, but we have it in there at least now.
I kind of wish that there was like a 5x speed for game speed.
I just don't think the engine could handle that.
Just something a little bit faster. Oh, there's no pause.
Blocks a little bit here. I think that. What do you guys think? Layout wise, I think that's sufficient for the town. The town is now within. If I put the town there, that's pretty close to the heating plant. But whatever, they can have some poor air quality for a little bit. You know, this is where the upper comrades work. These are farmers. They don't give two shits. I'm gonna need to preemptively buy a little dump truck here. Let's do that. And building is not finished. Okay, so I can't start taking coal to that just yet. You know, it'd be cool if the heating plant could burn coal or wood, but like wood would just be less efficient. I really think that would be cool.
Or at least a conversion plant to turn wood into coal. Without a mod.
Like a charcoal plant? That'd be okay. But like,
There's mods for that, but
like it's a heating plant. Like you could just burn wood. You know. I just think it would give something else for the wood industry to provide, because right now wood's used for nothing except for planks, right?
yep. And chemicals, I think. I think chemicals uses wood.
What are we working on? We concrete, gravel. We out of fuel? No?
Yeah, chemicals uses wood.
Fuel. Let's hook those up at least. What is that? Oh, brick? I'm out of brick? No, I have brick. Just keeping the West out. Oh, okay. Rock on, dude. Good man. Just keep. We have workers. Trying to figure out why all my construction stopped. I have concrete trucks and gravel trucks, so
What construction has stopped?
all of them. I have no idea why.
What is the complaint? No workers?
And this one is missing resources at asphalt. I need asphalt. Okay, so I need to pick up asphalt from nowhere. Is it asphalt dump trucks?
Yeah, dump truck.
Okay, there we go. That should kind of fix it. Yeah, I'm surprised I need asphalt for some of these buildings. You would think it would just be concrete, but you know, what do I know? It's probably for the parking pads for the loading and unloading zones.
Sounds about right.
So we'll send some trucks over there. Parking lots, you're the king of those. True, I am pretty good at parking lots. Pretty good. You excited for the update, Raptor? The update's out. Have you looked to see some of what's added? I mean, you might get DMCA'd though again if you play this game, so watch out. That guy could come back for vengeance. This game you're not allowed to stream or buy, right? Yeah, it's in the beta branch.
Came out yesterday.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. So I have a little dump here. I haven't used it yet, obviously. Do you use that with a distribution center?
Technical service.
Technical service. Technical office. Yeah, so... yeah, big garbage and garbage truck.
So the small garbage truck is for the small bins and the big one's for the big bins.
What? That makes no sense.
Okay. Sometimes you never know.
Yeah, and there's new buildings and stuff and more research and things. So, you know, I'm playing on realistic except for just easier money settings. But like, that's why it's going so slow. Obviously. Hi, chatty chatters. Now I don't have chatters here. I just have lurkers. Uthris isn't hype enough to have super engaged audience, you know. Everyone's probably working. Bots, paid bots, yeah. I have paid 32 people here. That's what you do. I mean, you know, it makes sense. You make money. It's a good ROI on your business investment if you have paid bots. Get this branch updated to gravel. 3? One of them has to be me, Lumberjack, and Bradford, or She-Fox, you know, because Tan's a bot over on your side. I know that. Thoughts on City Skylines 2? I haven't seen enough. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna, you know, I was worried that they were gonna offer less of a product than what City Skylines is at right now. There's a deep dive video, or are you talking about everyone deep diving the trailer to infinity? Like, oh my god, the amount of people I saw that are just, you included, you freaking YouTubers. All you guys are just like, oh, trailer, I gotta get my 9-minute, 59-second video out covering the trailer.
Obligatory.
It is. It's super obligatory. I mean, I'm excited. I think it'll be good. You know, like I said, I was worried that they weren't gonna have a as much to show as the current game, but it looks like they're gonna bring something that's at least as good as the current state, if not slightly more advanced from what I saw. So I think it'll be good.
Like a sizable engine upgrade too.
Yeah, sizable engine upgrade. You know, I think everything's gonna be good about it. But Workers and Resources just has that micromanagement niche. So I'll be interested if City Skylines tries to capture some of that that's in Workers and Resources. Because I would like to be able to, in City Skylines, set up like more supply chains like this.
What I want to see on City Skylines is like more advanced traffic simulation.
More of it, yeah.
For
I mean,
example, you know,
I think it has to be there if there's actual better road marking generation, you know.
Well, what I'm thinking is more like traffic accidents causing big congestion.
True, that would be cool. Yeah, I don't know how far that modularity went, because I just poked through the trailer. I saw that, you know, for power plants you can add cooling towers or additional boilers. And
do it on the university as well.
And probably the university, probably the big stuff. Hospitals probably, or other services. But like, is it just a couple modules? I don't know. I hope it's better than SimCity 2013 modules. SimCity 2013 modules, I think, was a good start to something like that. But more, just give me more, bigger, better. Take my money. This thing's working yet?
Did you do your pre-order yet?
No, I haven't pre-ordered yet. I don't pre-order games. I just don't do that anymore. I'll buy it day one for sure, but we'll see.
Did you miss out on the pre-order bonus?
Starfield thoughts?
Oh,
I'm worried.
They released the system requirements for it now.
I haven't seen it. I'm worried about Starfield.
the CPU that I have just barely makes minimum spec for Starfield.
Yeah, I might be getting a new PC this year, but like, because my PC's from 2018, I think.
Yeah, mine's about that old as well.
Yeah, because I only have like a 1080 in it still, but the 1080 still kicks butt. So Starfield, to me, I'm disappointed in the facial expressions of the characters. It's like they're still doing Oblivion facial like capture. It's not very appealing to me to see the facial expressions. It just seems very old tech. The gunplay looks okay. It feels very Fallout to me. To me it's Fallout with a sci-fi paint scheme. That's what it looks like to me. And I'm not a huge Fallout guy. I prefer fantasy. I think the ships look cool. I think, I'll play it. But Bethesda's kind of burned me a little bit lately with some of their games, so I'm just hesitant about Bethesda right now. And I'm worried Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have the same problems. It's going to be like, yeah, this is our new game that we announced forever ago, and we've been working on it for years, and we keep using our in-house engine, but our in-house engine kind of sucks. They need to change engine. They need to stop doing the whole in-house one. Are they not picking up asphalt yet? Like, it's cool to build your own engine because hopefully it can support everything that you want to do with the game, but I don't think they're doing too much groundbreaking technology stuff. I think the last time they really did groundbreaking technology was Oblivion, and then everything's kind of stayed the same-ish since. Yeah, it gets a little bit of a new paint over it, but like it's still kind of the same. Like there's a reason people make meme videos of like the Oblivion guards running into chairs in like schools and things, because that's just Bethesda games. Like they're not bright. And I'm worried that Bethesda is starting to lean too much on the modding community to fix their shit.
No.
New favorite game of 2023 so far. My new favorite game is probably owning a house. That's my new video game, it seems.
House Simulator, real life edition.
It's basically real life touch grass sim. Honestly, I haven't been excited for any games. V-Rising, the V-Rising update was great. I was excited to play that. No Blizzard games are exciting. Screw Blizzard. No Grand Theft Auto came out. I can't think of a 2023 game that came out. Let me check Steam. Did I even have any 2023 games installed? No. I'm not a Dune fan or anything like that, because I've just never read the book or seen the movies, so I don't know much about Dune. It'll be interesting. It's like a single player. I don't know if it's. I didn't see the game, so I would have to look up what the Dune thing is. If it's like a single player RPG or a single player storyline thing, I just don't play those anymore. Like if I had to go and play a single player RPG or single player game again, it would have to be like Witcher or something. So I can't speak on Dune. Flight Sim update. Flight Sim update looks okay. I'm glad they're adding some missions in the game. That's kind of nice and gives you a purpose to actually do things instead of just fly around to places, which is really good. I think that the undead game, that's kind of like spin tires, might be funny to do for a bit, but it's probably not going to be a great game. It's not going to be like a huge gaming experience for me. I mean, I'm excited for the next Project Zomboid update, which adds like some animal husbandry and farming, and new zones and new textures and new things to that game. Project Zomboid's always awesome. We're gonna do a community server of that, and then we're gonna be doing Vintage Story again once that gets a couple more updates. I've never played 7 Days to Die. I've never really liked the looks of it. Because I think when 7 Days to Die came out, I was a big DayZ player. And so I was kind of like, I was kind of done with zombies. So I've never really played that game.
I could give it a try.
I could give it a try, but...
That update that it came out was pretty substantial. I just hope they fixed all the multiplayer issues.
Or maybe they introduced more.
Probably.
The scrap mechanic update that comes out some year might be good. Am I still not picking up asphalt? Yes, I'm still not picking up asphalt. I've been letting this thing run this whole time and I haven't been picking up asphalt still. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to paint my models at this point for bold action. I want to do some real life tabletop gaming stuff because I always wanted to. The painting of the models kind of hits my my kind of like traditional art background stuff. So that's been fun. Working on that British Army and stuff. I'm working on a train layout for the attic in a CAD software a little bit from time to time. I need to run cat cables up to the attic and down into my office. I have a whole landscaping project I need to do for the yard. I need to paint the whole first floor. I need to paint the kitchen cabinets and all the trim. I need to install shelving in the garage and storage for tools. Ashley wants to start a garden.
I could be busy for a while.
What else is... This is all... yeah. What else is going on? Just hold shift. Yeah, right now I have cat cables literally just running down the hallway from the router. I might be going to a convention for work in October down in Florida. What comes out October 24th? Is that City Skylines? That's City Skylines. I think that's the only 2023 release that I'm super excited for. Hey, we're getting some snow, which means it's gonna take forever.
Oh, the snow disappears February 22nd.
I should buy some snow plows.
Help a little bit. They gotta be in a technical service office.
Oh. Do I have base 2? Okay, yeah. Well, once they arrive, I'll move them. I need to sell
Good.
one of them.
The proper construction office is finally finished.
There you go. It just holds more vehicles, right?
And you can also put fuel in them, so they can refuel locally. But it doesn't clutter up your gas station.
And it doesn't require electricity, huh?
If you do fuel, it does. If you don't put fuel in it, then you don't need to put electricity.
No, wait. Oh, wait. That's something I need to figure out is gravel. What am I going to do for gravel? Asphalt construction and concrete construction? Can you get gravel from literally anywhere, or does it have to be from those
It has to be that kind of hard dirt rock looking texture.
So that's going to be over probably by the coal area then?
You can it depends, like
You can like dig out a spot and you can get that texture probably, right? Can't see anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it in the snow. Steep, like really steep cliffs will always have it.
Yeah. I think when I get over to this lake eventually, which is near the pole, that's probably what I'll kind of have to do. Yep, that's what we'll probably do. Or down here. Do it here on the other side of the lake. But if I'm going up here anyways for coal, I might as well do that. Where is that coal at? Is it just a tiny little sliver of coal? Oh my lord, it is. Is that it? Just basically enough for one mine? I mean, one mine of coal, what, produces 4.2 tons per worker, so...
Divided by the quality.
Yeah, it's 100%. I'm pretty sure I can get close to basically 100%. It's at least 87. 89, 90%.
Yeah, if you're around 90%, one coal mine will feed 2 processing plants.
There you go, my little excavators. Yes, dig out our water tanks. Do it. Do it now. I feel like a lot of my content's been pretty melancholy lately. I haven't really been excited. let's check the fire station. Does it produce waste?
Every building produces waste.
No, not every building. Oh wait, garbage production per student. Okay, yeah. It just doesn't show it in the way that some other buildings does. Garbage production per worker. Okay, yep, you're right. Every building produces waste. All right, well, let's I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to do big or small?
I put the big one near industrial and then the small one near residential.
Also, what is the difference between these? One requires asphalt, one doesn't, so it's almost like the concrete that's underneath of it?
One has a road, one has a footpath.
Oh. Well, it seems like the footpath one would always just kind of be the best one. Because vehicles can drive on footpaths, right?
Yep. I think it's just more the aesthetic of what you're doing. The footpath one makes a lot more sense in a residential area. Whereas, like, for my setup, one at the road fits better in the industrial area. I think it just really depends on how you're set up.
Start with those two, I guess. They have a pretty short range.
Yep.
Like it feels like the range is only like 150 meters. Which is a little weird. Let's see, there's the waste. Garbage production, 0.6 kilogram per day. Daily water consumption. Get like a little water substation down here. I just need a small pipe. There we go. Okay, cool. This one bus stop can service all of these industries. That's good. So another service that we're gonna need, I guess. We can try the small clinic. Looks nice. Alright, year one is almost over. That means I need to start working on the main road into town a little bit. Get some of these upgraded to gravel. Still allows some side entryways though for now. What vehicle depot did you end up getting, or construction one? Did you get the biggest one, like a 24 or 16?
I did 2 16s to start. Probably do a 12 and dedicate it to road construction exclusively. Or maybe a 6. I might do the 6. No, I'll probably do the 12.
Yeah, do the 12
for road.
That way you can have a couple to carry things around. And
I might do another 16 just for road. And then that way I could do like 4 bulldozers, 2 transports, and then the rest will all be dumpers. And then 1 paver, 1 roller.
Garbage trucks. Excited to see them start working. Gonna start filling up everything we need. Alright, vehicles, focus on some asphalt roads, huh? Well, at least the main drag into town is all gravel now. Water plant is actually moving because we're delivering asphalt because I'm smart. And I think we'll go ahead and start laying out some fields up here. How many fields do you think I need?
What size of farm are you going with?
Well, I need enough to be able to make fabric, right? And food. Because fabric is crops plus chemicals to make fabric.
I would go with probably the medium or large farm then. Actually, the large farm makes a bit more sense because we don't have access to distribution offices for the vehicles. So you'll actually have to put the transport vehicles in the farm itself. In which case, the large farm works up to, I think it was 20 fields.
Well, you can use the free distribution offices.
You can, but they're just not big enough. But large farm can manage 20 large fields. If you have enough harvesters and tractors.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe a large farm then. That might
And
make
if you
the
do
sense.
the Kajigiri setup to actually make it efficient. Or you could just oversaturate it with harvesters and tractors.
Well, I'll probably just oversaturate a little bit. That's
usually the approach I go with. Is just oversaturate it.
Yeah, and then if I produce too much food, I'll sow excess crops if I don't need it, and then otherwise I'll just turn it into food and cloth. Because I think how many food factories should I have? Just the one, right?
Just the one to start.
And then from a cloth perspective, one fabric factory feeds 2 clothing factories, so that's fine.
Yep.
How much do boards sell for?
Not much.
Quantity is quality of its own, true. I agree. Quantity might be the best quality. Boards sell for 18.5, which from a raw resource standpoint isn't awful.
That's not correct.
Yeah, I mean it's half of oil. And oil doesn't even need workers, it just pumps, you know?
Yep.
So. Let's go ahead and turn off import power. I don't need to import power yet. Nothing's actually going to be running for a little bit. Might be a stream number 2 when we actually start seeing things pop up online, chat. Might be stream number 2. Because I have already done 3.5 hours. It's 11:30. I need to get ready for bed, lock up the house and everything. So, gotta love work weeks. But I think we're going to be playing Workers and Resources all week. Chilling, trying to see how far we can get, testing out some of the new waste mechanics in new buildings for like kindergartens and other kind of civil buildings and things like that. Goal, we want to get the farm up and running, at least in the food factory probably up and running initially here. And from that, we'll have to decide on how much more crops we need to supply for the fabrics factory to get that running. Once you have the fabrics factory and the clothes factory going, I think we'll start turning a profit at that stage. Hopefully. You never know. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and end this stream here. I believe I saw Lumberjack streaming, so we're going to send you guys probably over that way for the rest of the evening. If you guys enjoy the stuff, feel free to subscribe to get notified when we do go live. Hit that like button. And see you guys in the next stream. Have some cats.